Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name's Michelle and we are getting into House of the Dragon today. But before we do, if y'all can drop a like on the video because it really helps in the algorithm and I really appreciate it. Now, last episode, Helaena and Jaehaerys were the unfortunate people. They fell victim to Daemon's, Rhaenyra's vengeance. Is it really? Because Rhaenyra never said a son for a son. That was something we heard Daemon say to Rhaenys in the beginning. And then when they ask, you know, what do we do if we can't find Aemon? It cuts away, but then we do hear Blood say to Cheese, he said a son for a son, not Helaena, like a son for a son. So Daemon decided to add a little razzle-dazzle on Rhaenyra's orders, and that fallout's gonna be, I mean, I don't see Rhaenyra being okay with this, especially considering the fact that Helaena is pretty, yeah, I mean, of all people, Helaena is just, she just, you know, she sits there and she talks and she, you know, says random things. Yeah, Helaena don't bother nobody no how. And the baby don't bother nobody no how. So it's like, I think Rhaenyra, I mean, how long has it been since she lost her baby? Like, she ended season 1 with the miscarriage, and we saw her wrapping her baby's body up and then having to burn the baby on the pyre, and then Lucerys. I just don't see Rhaenyra being okay with the death of Jaehaerys. I think it's a level of cruelty that I don't think Rhaenyra is ever going to be okay with, especially coming off of the grief and the headspace she's in. But I don't think Aegon would care about whatever headspace or whether or not this is something she would be capable of doing, because I think the worst thing we've seen Rhaenyra do throughout this entire series thus far is like that guy that like when they faked Laenor's death, they had a random Driftmark guard killed, and I feel like that's the worst thing we've seen Rhaenyra do on screen is have that man killed, have Daemon kill that man to fake the death of Laenor. So it's like I struggle with Rhaenyra being okay with this, and you know, it's interesting because there's nothing Rhaenyra has done that should like let her siblings, but her son just died, so maybe she would be capable of that. I don't know, but I was gonna say, like, would Aegon and Aemond and all of them think Rhaenyra is capable of doing that? But then at the same time, these kids were raised completely indifferent, if not to hate her. I mean, when you really think back to like how Rhaenyra interacted with them, I mean, they barely had any interaction, but for the most part, she wasn't like wanting them dead to secure her throne. I mean, Aegon does speak so casually in the first episode about like, just kill her. And I do think that is a byproduct of the way they were raised. Like when you think back to season 1, when Alicent would speak to them, she spoke with such disdain and hatred towards Rhaenyra and the children that it just felt like these kids never really had a chance to view her as like siblings. I don't think they ever got a chance to like see Rhaenyra as a sister, because of this, like, these seeds that they were always destined to fight over this throne. Of course, the adults really twisted that into their heads. I use adult very loosely because Alicent gave birth as a child. I think she was like maybe 16 when she gave birth to Aegon. I have no idea how old she was, but she was still young when she gave birth to Aegon. But by the time she was an adult, she was definitely like spewing this hatred. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was indifference, but it was her hatred for Rhaenyra was just being poured into her children, which is probably why they so casually speak of killing her. Like, I mean, I don't think we've seen Rhaenyra speak with condemnation towards her siblings yet. So it's like, on one hand, I think they should think she wouldn't be capable of doing that because she just hasn't done anything that would make them think that. But at the same time, well, no, they probably think she killed Laenor so she can marry Daemon. That was a thing. So I guess I'm trying to think of any way that would make them think Rhaenyra wouldn't be responsible for this. I mean, technically she is by proxy, right? Would you say like by proxy she's responsible because like she kind of gave the order. Daemon then like gave like he put a little razzle dazzle, sprinkled a little something on it, and then the baby got killed in the process. So it's so hard to say Rhaenyra is not responsible, or people won't think Rhaenyra was capable of doing this, and that sucks because I don't think Rhaenyra would ever be okay with this. I am interested to see the fallout of Helaena and like seeing Alicent and Criston getting that on. Like I am curious about what that means. Like the fact that she saw them, like what if she says something to Aegon? Like what happens there? That entire relationship is just so weird to me. Like it's like two people who ended up hating the same person are now together. I don't get Alicent and Criston Cole. Like it's so weird to me. I'm like, y'all are some hating ass bitches. Like that's all I can think of when I see them. Anyways, let's get into this episode. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you want your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to. Oh shit. Oh, are they gathering everyone in the they must be looking. Holy shit. Listen, I feel bad for Jaehaerys and Helaena, but as long as Team Black gets their lick back, as long as they get their lick back, I can't be mad at it. Can you be mad at it? I'm sure some of y'all are, but I'm not. It's an unfortunate thing. Yeah, where was your ass at, Criston Cole? Where were you at, Criston Cole? Oh.
I'll kill them!
Oh.
I'll kill them all! Traitors and villains!
Are you describing yourself, traitors and villains?
This is war! I declare war! I declare war!
War was declared when you sat your musty ass on the throne. Because I know you stink. You look like you stink. At least Aemon looks washed. Aemon looks like he takes a shower like twice a day. 3 times. Like, look at his hair. Look at that. That is a washed man. A little crazy, a little tapped in the head, but this is a man who takes pride in his cleanliness. I believe it. Oh, the coins, they're gone. Cool imagery.
The child.
The child is dead. His pain is ended. But what they've done to Micah...
Yeah. Helena's who I feel bad for. And the child, I feel bad. But as long as Team Black got their look back, you know, it's a complicated situation I'm in.
The gods punish us. They punish me.
Punish you? Girl, shut up. Helaena suffered right now.
And where were the members of this council while the murderer threatened their king?
Were you also threatened, Your Grace?
I could have been!
I could have been. God, he's such a little loser.
My son is my legacy!
Oh, so that's why you cared for him?
My son is heir to the Iron Throne!
Don't worry, you got more in the fighting pits. You got more children.
Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the Night's Watch.
A bed.
Who would do this save the bitch queen of bastards? The smug cunt of Dragonstone. There she sits across the bay on her rock, laughing at me.
Laughing?
She's fucking laughing at me!
She is crying and grieving, you little rat.
You mean to blame Rhaenyra? Tell the realm she has done this.
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls. I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon.
Can you stop throwing stuff? Damn. So childlike.
They whisper in the streets. They say perhaps Rhaenyra should be queen.
And so you would name her Monster, Slayer of
They're gonna defame her.
A funeral progress. Let them see the child. Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
Look at this next coming of Olivia Pope. I'm about to call him Olivia Pope. Sir Pope.
Those who declared for Rhaenyra, will they still support her when they hear of her depravity? Or will they rather not renounce her?
You know, it's a smart fucking plan by Otto.
Harris will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
Oh shit. I hate it. I hate it because it's actually a smart plan.
A blow to the king is a blow to the realm. When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
Oh.
Why?
We are representatives of the throne. We
Helaena.
have a duty. Helaena, what you saw last night when you came to my room.
Girl, don't
my
nobody
boy.
give a shit about that. Exactly, Helaena. Don't nobody give a shit, Alicent. Shut up. Is this like the night after it happened and she has to do this? I feel bad for her. But listen, Otto, I hate him because it's smart. Like, it's fucked up, but it's smart. Defame her to the people. And I guess have the people see her as a kinslayer before they have Aemon viewed as one. Which is interesting that we haven't really seen anyone accuse Aemon of kinslaying because they were cousins. Him and Lucerys, right? Cousins? Siblings? Yeah, that would make them cousins.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen.
God damn, he didn't even do anything to you yet.
Behold the works of Rhaenyra Targaryen!
Well, fuck. Oh, they're showing the baby. Oh, Helaena. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That is gorgeous. She's the only one I feel sorry for in all of this. In all of it. Out of every single character on this show, she's the one I like. I don't want involved in any of it. Oh my god. Y'all, what if some weirdo kidnaps the baby's body? Oh shit. Oh, back up, y'all. Oh my god, what if someone steals the baby? What if some weirdo takes the baby? It's like overstimulating her. It's so much for her to go through right now. Oh, they're gonna drop that poor child.
Rhaenyra, the monstrous!
Shut up. Fuck you.
The boy's head was severed from his body. Thousands witnessed the procession.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
Oh, shit. Well, why isn't his ass speaking up?
Having lost my own son,
Damn it, if he doesn't
that
say
I would
anything.
inflict such a thing on Helaena of...
Yes!
The death of Prince Lucerys was a shock.
She knows. Excuse me.
Naturally, seek relief and retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child? Mind yourself.
Sit down, Alfred. Is he gonna speak up? Oh, she's putting... You little shit.
You send assassins to murder children in their beds.
I sent the Queen's vengeance for her son.
What did you tell this vengeance? What did you say to him? Daemon
Kill Aemon, and if not Aemon, a son for a son?
said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood. And if not Aemon, then anyone would do.
No.
Kinda.
Claim to the throne, my ability to raise an army, my standing among my own council.
I said no.
I don't believe you.
Why is he lying? You said a son for a son. That does put a target on other people's backs. Don't piss me off.
I've never trusted you, wholly. Much though I wished to, willed myself to. But now I have seen that your heart belongs only to you.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
Oh, don't you fucking put your hands on her again. No, don't you do it. Oh.
You think me some kind of monster.
Oh, I don't know what to think of you. I don't know what you are.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra? Yours!
Don't fight. Oh, Mom and Dad are fighting.
Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom? Because of your virtue?
How dare you?
Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me? In his own.
He was not afraid of you, Daemon! He could not trust you.
You sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child.
It was a mistake.
You're pathetic.
This is a little off topic, but damn, she's so pretty there. Oh, I think this would have been better if you had just spoken up, Daemon, and not leave it to her to get, like, bombarded with this information. Shit. That fight was intense. I have so much to say about that, but child, I'm gonna leave it to the end of the episode. Great acting by them.
Have you told anyone?
Oh. Shit.
What do you take me for?
Oh, did she just...
Absolution.
Excuse me. That has to be the whole... I have to pause it. What do you take me for? Do you not remember when yo Ash just... Do y'all remember back in season 1, Alicent was just questioning him about Rhaenyra's whereabouts, and this nigga just gave it up. He gave up without even being asked. Like, she didn't even get the chance to finish her questioning before CRISTON Cole. What do you take me for? A loose lip nigga is what she takes you for. She would know. Do you not recall when you just gave Rhaenyra up like that? What do you take me for? A loose lip nigga. Okay, play. God, what a scary ass image seeing this man come up behind you.
What is this?
The procession was muddy. I'll replace it, Hans.
Do it now.
No, he's eating.
The white cloak is a symbol of our purity, our fidelity. Kingsguard are a sacred trust. Will you so easily sully our ancient honor?
The projection is strong with this man. It's pathetic at this point. You know how Rhaenyra called Daemon pathetic? She should be calling this one pathetic.
First your brother betrays us, and then the young prince is murdered. On your watch.
You are mad, sir.
Yeah!
Relevance!
He's insane.
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks.
He's crazy. Look at him. He even got the crazy eyes going on. CRISTON Cole's tapped in the head. He's not right. He's violent. I don't think this... Oh my god, this man has truly been just deranged from the jump.
We'll go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in our own halls.
Excuse me? Why don't you go fucking do it?
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. We are sworn to serve forthrightly, not to traffic in deception.
CRISTON Cole won't know nothing about that.
Now will you go? Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
Oh my god, this is a suicide mission. He just... Because you failed, he's sending him to his death to fix his own problems. Look at him. That man isn't... He's not right in the head. He's gotta die. Expeditiously.
Daemon sent them to kill me.
Oh. How does he know?
I do regret that business with Luke. I lost my temper that day. I am sorry for it.
I am glad to hear it.
I'm glad you're sorry.
The Lady Massaria, Your Grace.
I know you are entwined with the usurpers, that you aided them in denying me my birthright.
I took profit from an inevitability. I gave Daemon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much. He said it was the price of my freedom. Does he say otherwise?
He's gone.
Yeah, I was about to say.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
Girl, you need to know. He is your best weapon.
He does do that, doesn't he? You remember me now.
Huh?
He said he would marry you. He said you carried...
Oh, the moment on the bridge. I completely forgot that happened.
I was brought to Westeros with nothing. I toiled in service, I stole, I sold my own body for coin or bread. And I listened.
Hello, Viserys. Varys.
A home. Then they set it all aflame.
Who did?
The Hightowers, I can only assume.
Ah, yes.
Did not like it when I showed my teeth.
Nah, that was Alicent and Larys that had her shit burned. It wasn't Otto, believe it or not. Otto's catching strays.
Daemon, Otto Hightower, makes no difference. They will never accept me. I might as well have remained a whore.
She relates. Don't relate! Don't trust! Oh. Are these the people they hung when they took the throne?
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
Oh. Ah, okay. That's why they did. Oh, puppy. Poor baby. So he just had all of them hung up. Shit. Well, Otto's pissed.
What have you done? The rat catchers!
Oh, I had them hanged.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool!
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100
They are
times.
fathers and brothers and sons! And their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name!
Yes, Otto! Oh my goodness. Why is Otto now my favorite green? How did this happen? Otto, how did this happen? Otto, what are you doing to me right now?
I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act. Sir CRISTON Cole has acted.
That's right, he did send Arryk.
And what has Sir CRISTON Cole done?
I mean, you did want to send the Kingsguard. Otto did want to send the Kingsguard to kill her in the first season, so...
He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
Otto's like, I'm surrounded by idiots!
God's help us all.
It's time the bitch queen paid a price.
Why are y'all so nasty? Calling her a cunt, bitch, queen? Y'all are...
Instead of judgment, you display impetuousness and diminish us in the eyes of our enemy, ill-considered, trifling.
Oh my god, Otto. Otto's snapping. I'm living for it, though. He's like, what have I done by putting you on the throne? What did I do?
You never think of your father.
Oh.
His forbearance, his judiciousness.
He misses Viserys. Otto, you created this.
He was right about you.
Ooh. What did he say about him?
He made me king.
No, he didn't. Your mama thought he did. Delusional.
Is that what you think?
Ooh. He made Rhaenyra king or queen.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
Don't like what he hears. Takes the badge. Damn.
Give it to Cole.
Grace.
What did Tywin say? Madness and stupidity.
I do not know if I trust you. And I sense that there is danger in you yet. But I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given.
Oh, she gonna let her free? Okay, now back to King's Landing, though. Fuck that.
There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Myr by way of Pentos. I will see that you are given passage.
Yeah.
I'm not so unworldly as to let you fly free.
Yes, thank you. About to say, don't let her run back to King's Landing to start working for Otto again. See, I do think there was a way... I'm still conflicted with Mysaria, but I do wonder if there was like maybe she could have tested Mysaria, sort of like how Tyrion tested the council. Like give her information, and then that Rhaenyra knew of herself, and then like task Mysaria to find that information out. And if she gives her back, like if it correlates and it all comes together, then maybe she can trust her, like test her before letting her go. Because does she know it's Arryk? She's gonna go back. She's gonna tip him off because she let her go.
A moment.
And then she's gonna end up trusting her. Don't do it.
So Erryk.
Is that him? Is that Erryk? Is that Erryk? Is it? Ah, fuck, it ain't.
Believe me, I had no choice.
Shit. And Daemon's not even here. Oh. I guess Mysaria found him and told him.
I beg you.
Oh, but poor Linda. Oh my god. This sucks, watching them fight like this. They're brothers. Criston Cole for this bullshit.
Run, Linda! Run and find Lucerys!
Oh my god. Okay, that's right, Erryk. No, Erryk, get up, Erryk! Get up, Erryk!
Which is Erryk?
Right? I'm wondering too. Oh, what did you say it? Say
we were born together. You partied us!
Say each other's names, that way I know.
I still love you, brother.
Maybe that one's Erryk, because Erryk did get cut in the leg. I think that one's Erryk, the one crawling to the sword, because his knee got slashed. Did they just kill Erryk? I could have sworn Erryk was the one with the leg wound.
Erryk.
Forgive me.
No!
Oh!
No.
Oh, Rhaenyra. Holy shit. Can Rhaenyra catch a break? If you don't get this ghoul out, kick him out. Kick him out. Oh my god. He's not sane. I'm fully convinced there's something wrong with Criston Cole. No, don't slap him. Get a knife and kill him. No. Look at him. Those eyes are like soulless, y'all. Please don't. Please don't do it. Not again. Oh. Father, I have sinned and I will continue to sin. Daddy, I'm a sinner. I'm gonna do it again. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. No, I don't want the next episode. Okay, so that was episode 2, and where do I begin? You know, I'll start with the Rhaenyra and Daemon fight, because I didn't really speak much during that scene, because it was a lot that just, I think there was a lot of things that have existed in the relationship. It just was never spoken on. I think Daemon not telling the truth, just kind of sitting there and letting Rhaenyra's council believe that she was the one who did this, and just I mean, we saw, I think his name is Alfred, challenge her. Like, the fact that he sat there and let her council believe it, and now they're kind of like side-eyeing her and seeing her as a kinslayer, and Rhaenys is the one who kind of has to step up and kind of, you know, get control of the council, and he's just kind of sitting there with a smirk on his face. Like, I think him lying is what really set the entire thing off, because I feel like if he had come clean, like from the moment they got the letter, he pulled her aside and spoke to her and just been honest about the truth of everything that happened, like his own intentions, because I don't think I think there were certain things that were said on both sides that were true, and things that were said on both sides that was not. Like, I feel like when Daemon starts talking about why Rhaenyra was named, I think he was right in that Viserys never named Rhaenyra because of her virtues, but he did not name her for the reasons he said. Like, he's like, oh, because Viserys was afraid of my legacy, like you, whatever legacy you could come up with would never outshine his, but mine, if I took that throne, I would completely outshine his reign. That was not it whatsoever. But with that being said, I don't think Viserys chose Rhaenyra because of her like political astuteness, which personally I don't think Rhaenyra is politically astute. She's never demonstrated that in the course of the show. I don't think it's like her virtues that led her to the throne or led Viserys to name her. I think it was a combination of one. I will never forget this. If you go back to I think it's the first episode. If you go back, it's Otto and the Maester that is like cripping to put Rhaenyra, like to get Otto, it's Otto and the Maester who is trying to get Viserys to denounce Daemon and then put Rhaenyra out. Because if you go back and watch, it's not Viserys who comes up with the idea of putting Rhaenyra on the throne. It's Otto and the Maesters that like really come up with that. Like, this is all his idea. Otto is the mastermind of this, and I think a lot of people probably forget it was not Viserys's idea to put Rhaenyra on the throne. It was Otto as part of his entire plan. Like, Rhaenyra is set to take this throne not because of her father. Like, yes, her father commanded it, but if you go back and watch episode 1, I promise you will see it's Otto that gets her that throne. Like, it's so interesting to like really go back and think that Rhaenyra would have never found her way onto that throne if it wasn't for Otto. Like, I mean, she's not even on it, but like, she would have never been named heir if it wasn't for Otto's plan. Like, I think Otto just never expected Viserys not to switch like to Aegon. Once Aegon was born, once he had a son, I don't think Otto really thought that Viserys would maintain Rhaenyra. Like, he would definitely disinherit her and then put Aegon there. I don't think that's the part of the plan Otto never saw coming, but definitely Rhaenyra being named heir is his idea. And so it's like hearing Rhaenyra and Daemon go back and forth about why Viserys named her heir. It's like, it was neither one of you. I will say, Viserys did have his own emotional reasons for it. I think one, it was definitely Daemon was not fit to sit on that throne because he's so reckless and so like a wild card. And secondly, because of Aemma, like, he felt guilty and he felt like this was the only way to make it up. It sucks that it was never really about Rhaenyra. If you got him, like, it was like Otto had his own plan, his own machinations. He just wanted Daemon away from the throne so that way he can sort of clear the path for Alicent and her child without having to really like contend with Daemon. And then for Viserys, it wasn't really about her. It was a combination of his love for Aemma and his inability, like Rhaenyra said, he could never trust Daemon. So it just sucks that Rhaenyra is sort of like a pawn for everybody. Same thing with Aegon. Like, I do think Rhaenyra and Aegon are very, very, very different characters, but they're both pawns essentially by people with grander schemes. sucks, but you know, they're the ones who sort of are now the faces of the war, and anything that happens, anything each camp does, well, maybe not Aemon, because I don't see anyone calling Aegon like a kinslayer or whatever. Like I didn't see any kind of, well, I guess because Rhaenyra didn't really flaunt Lucerys' death the way Otto sought to flaunt Jaehaerys' death. So I think that's also a difference. Like Otto completely said we can use this as a PR moment. So I do think hearing the people of King's Landing curse her name definitely happens. It's like pushed definitely because of the Greens' machinations, their idea to like listen, I hate Otto, but he was my favorite part of this episode. Like I can't hate him. Like, here's the thing. I hate Otto simply because all of this starts because of him. Like, it's so painfully clear this is just about, it's not about the peace for the realm. It's not about like war. It's literally just about getting Hightower blood on the throne. Like, that's what it all came down to, in my opinion. That's the way I see it. Because there was no need for the whole scheming of Alicent and all of that, like, if not to get your child on the throne. And secondly, like, why deny? Like, if you think about it, I feel like the only way to avoid this war would have been the Jace Helaena marriage proposal. I feel like that would have been like a really good way to squash it, like, and just kind of, everyone gets what they want. Like, Rhaenyra's children still take the throne, and the child that Jace and Helaena would have Hightower blood. So you still get, you know, your grandchild on the throne. If you get what I'm saying, like, you still get Hightower blood on the throne, and Rhaenyra's children still end up, like, her line still ends up on the throne. Like, that, to me, the Jace Helaena proposal was probably the best way to avoid war. But everyone keeps, like, declaring war, or this is going to ensure war. Personally speaking, I think war was inevitable once you put Aegon on the throne. Like, you just opened an entire can of worms that was never going to be taken back. And I think it's a little delusional for Otto and anyone who thought that this would happen without some kind of retaliation, some kind of war. Like, it wasn't going to escalate, because everyone in the kingdom had sworn to Rhaenyra at that point, and it was going to spiral out, especially when both sides have dragons. So I think it's a little, like, hearing Otto's so smart and yet so stupid at the same time. like it's so frustrating to hear him talk about everything he was saying about Viserys, but it's like his dignity, his judiciousness, all of these qualities that Viserys had, he used those qualities to manipulate Viserys. He controlled him. He turned him into like his puppet. The one thing I really think he couldn't really budge Viserys on was Rhaenyra, because that was an extension of his love for Aemma. And I don't think that was something anybody really had the power to kind of get in between, especially after the guilt Viserys had over how she died. But yeah, I think the fight between Rhaenyra and Daemon, at the heart of it, it's Viserys, in my opinion. I think because he even says, my brother's throne, and Rhaenyra's like, it's my throne, not Viserys's. It's not Viserys, not Aegon's, it's mine. So I like that Viserys is still, his ghost in a way is still hanging over the story. I really enjoy that. Like, in the fight with Rhaenyra and Daemon, I think Viserys is the heart of that. And then hearing Otto speak of Viserys and just seeing the two sides kind of grapple with his loss and just what his intentions were and what he would have wanted. When in reality, I think Viserys was just ultimately a man moved deeply by his guilt, grief, and love for Aemma. I think so many of his decisions were, well, not so many. I would say the most impactful decisions Viserys made were rooted in his love and his grief and his guilt over Aemma, in my opinion. I think a lot of do I think Viserys was a coward? Because Daemon calls him a coward. So do I think Viserys is a coward? struggle with that. I find myself leaning more towards yes. He shied away from hard choices. He shied away from making the difficult ones. I think he was a bit of a people pleaser and not wanting to rock the boat. But in doing so, he never actually solved a lot of problems, and a lot of these wounds that everyone had they kind of just put band-aids over it. You know, they weren't cleaned, they weren't sewn, they didn't heal. You just put a band-aid over it and they festered. And now that he's dead, everyone's going at each other, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Viserys, if I had to say he was a coward, I find myself saying sort of yes. I don't want to call him a coward because I do think a lot of his decisions were he just wasn't made to be king. And I don't think that makes him a coward. I just think he wasn't fit for it. Like, you have to be capable of making these hard decisions, and he just didn't want to hurt people for the most part. In my opinion, I feel like he was a man who was very hesitant to hurt people or disappoint people, and because he was afraid of that, he ended up hurting a lot of people. He ended up disappointing a lot of people. It's so sad. Viserys's life, or the choices he made, was sad. But I really do love that in season 2, like, yes, episode 1 wasn't like a main feature, but the fact that in episode 2, I really feel like the heartbeat of a lot of conflicts is Viserys. And hearing Otto tell Aegon, like, your father was right about you, he essentially saying that he should have never been on the throne. Like, that is essentially what Otto is saying. Like, he agrees. I don't know if necessarily he agrees that Rhaenyra should be on the throne, but I definitely feel like he definitely feels like Aegon should not. And now he's sort of ruining his machinations. He's having to, like, this is what you sowed, and the seeds weren't good, the soil was rotten, and a lot of it is Otto's doing. He's like reaping the selfish choices he made. In my opinion, it was a bit selfish. Like, why not? I'm trying to think of like a way to sort of, like, I want to play devil's advocate for Otto, but it's so difficult because he just made so many shisty choices that I'm like, did you ever truly support Rhaenyra? Did you ever try to, like, really back her and aid her and teach her and guide her? Like, I feel like it would have been possible if he had backed her. But he just kind of assumed the realm would never accept her and gave up on her. I don't even think he really even saw her as a contender for the throne because he really wanted Alicent's son to be that person to sit the throne. So that's why I'm like, anytime he talks about the good of the realm, I'm like, I don't believe it. But I really do love Otto's character in this episode. I will say this, he is, in my opinion, one of the smartest characters. He is one of the most, like, opportunistic characters alongside Larys. And as awful as these characters are, I appreciate smart characters for the most part. like they're so shisty, but they are smart. Like, everyone else is, like, ruled by their emotions, ruled by the moment, like, they're captured by it. But characters like Larys and Otto rarely are, and they really do try to see the big picture and try to get the angle. And I do appreciate characters who are always trying to use their head before anything else. So as frustrating as Otto is, because it's like, dude, we're in the situation partly because of you, it's like, at the same time, I love his character because it's like he's like, I don't know how to say it, like, everything he said in this episode was, like, right on. Like, can you imagine Otto if he had truly backed Rhaenyra? Like, I really feel like he could have taught her and guided her, and just, it just sucks. It really sucks. I hate that he wasn't, like, backing her to take the throne and, like, really aiding her. No, Otto. Now, Aegon and CRISTON Cole, like, holy shit, that is awful. It's like gasoline and fire. Like, that is an awful pairing. Awful. CRISTON Cole in this episode was just so infuriating and just despicable. The way he backed it, like, he like, the projection and the displacement was all he did this episode. You were the one who failed. Arryk was doing his job. Like, he was supposed to be guarding Aegon. And whatever Aegon was doing, yes, he was getting drunk in the throne room with his little friends, fine, but Arryk was doing what he was supposed to. It was your ass who was not. You were not where you're supposed to. And the entire time I'm wondering, why doesn't Helaena have protection? Like, we saw Rhaenyra in the first season have her own, like, you were her sworn guard. And so to see her with nothing and no one, it's like Helaena should have guards. Like, why are there no guards outside her door? What are you doing, CRISTON Cole? Oh, we know what you're doing. You're dicking down Alicent instead of doing your job. And then to see him go after Arryk, it's like he sent him on a suicide mission. He literally got him killed. And I really want to go back and look to see if it was Erryk that survived that fight and then self-emulated, essentially. Like, I because there's a moment when Rhaenyra runs and then Arryk like slashes out, but then Erryk, I have it written. I swear to God, I swear it was, I have to see that fight again. I have to see the fight again. Right here. I have it right in front of me. I swear to God. I'm figuring this out right now, y'all. I'm watching it right here. Okay, tell me if the writers confirmed, if there was any confirmation, because if you watch the knee, if you go back and watch the fight like I did, and you watch the knee, it's when Rhaenyra runs across and he like tries to go at her, Arryk tries to kill her, there's a slash across Erryk's knee that he takes, and then when they're fighting on the ground, Arryk puts his hand into the knee, and that's how you can tell who's who. Like, he kicks him the knee out, he falls forward, he tries to get the sword, he turns back around, and that's when Arryk stabs Erryk, and then Arryk is the one who says, "Your Grace," and then that is such an interesting turn of events, that the implications, if it is Arryk, like, I swear, I feel like it's Arryk. I could be so wrong about this, but I don't think I am. The implications of Arryk saying "Your Grace," saying "Forgive me," like, I really hope it's Arryk that like falls on his sword at the end, because the implications of that is just so painful, because the brothers split, because he chooses to stay with Aegon and Erryk decides to go with Rhaenyra, and in the end Arryk like is on his knees and self-emulates and calls, oh my God, oh the implications of that is so painful that I kind of want it to be Arryk. I hope it's Arryk. Let me be delusional. Don't tell me if it's Erryk or Arryk. I'm gonna choose to believe it's Arryk, and fuck CRISTON Cole for getting them killed. Like, I fully blame him. Like, what? That should have been you. He literally goes and projects, and he's so cruel, and the look in his eyes, it's excellent acting, and the look in his eyes is just so off. Like, he looks off, he looks insane, and he's just going at Arryk, and he's putting all of the things he feels about himself onto him, and I don't even know if he realizes he feels that way. And that scene with Alicent when he's like, "What do you take me for? You think I tell someone?" It's like, do you not remember when Alicent asked you about Rhaenyra and you gave up information she didn't even ask? Like, she didn't even have to, they didn't have to bring him no Chick-fil-A, no McDonald's, nothing. He just gave it all up. He gave Rhaenyra up so fast. And the fact, like, what do you take me for? Like, Alicent knows how loose your lips are, boy. Goodness, CRISTON Cole needs to die. he's touched. I swear to God, he is. That man, we saw him beat Sir Loras to death. Wait, oh my God, Sir Loras is from what is his name? Oh my God, no, it's not Sir Loras. Yes, because all gay men look alike apparently to me. Shit. Oh my God, what was his name? What was Rhaenyra's boyfriend's name? Fuck, I can't remember his name. Oh my goodness. Anyways, it's Sir Laenor's boyfriend. He like beats him to death. And then we also see like a moment of rage when he kills Beesbury. And then like now this, it's like there's just something tapped with that man. He's not fully there. I swear he's not. He's got to go. And speaking of go, so we're assuming Daemon's going to Harrenhal because Rhaenyra seems like she don't know where the fuck he's going, but Jace thinks he's going to Harrenhal. I'm assuming he's going to Harrenhal because that's all that man has been talking about since like last season. He's been like, we gotta go to Harrenhal, we gotta go to Harrenhal, we gotta go to Harrenhal. And I think Aemon was also talking about Harrenhal in the first episode. So I'm assuming Daemon is on his way there. If he's not, child, maybe he's going back to Pentos, who the fuck knows, but he should be going to Harrenhal, and hopefully he's like raising an army, because after that fight, I don't know what the hell Daemon's gonna do. If he had just told the truth, he could still be back at home. Like just like Rhaenyra, well, I mean Rhaenyra didn't kick him out. She didn't get rid of him, but still, like, just tell the truth, Daemon. God. And then Helaena, I hate that it's Helaena that gets hurt by all of this, because she's like, and all of this, her and the babies, Rhaenyra's babies, her babies, they're like the most innocent people in all of this. Like, I don't fault any of them. Rhaenyra's the youngest, you know, even Jace, Lucy, like, none of them, the kids, Helaena, no one. They are innocents in all of this. I don't see them as like perpetrators or people who are like, they're just like the children who have to inherit the choices of the adults who are responsible for them. And now their lives are at the mercy of their choices. And it sucks for them. And it sucks that this is happening to Helaena. But at least we got our look back for Lucerys. And it just feels so hollow. It's like I can't even be joyful. I can't even enjoy like our look back for Lucerys. Like, can't even enjoy it because it's Helaena. Like, there's no enjoyment out of that. And I guess that's like kind of the point. You're not supposed to enjoy the revenge, but I want to enjoy this revenge. Fuck. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Everyone, take care, and thank you all so much for watching. And a special shout out to the patrons: Midgie, Tawny, Seethu, Battle Monsters, Tyler, Juan, Beto, Freddie, Marcella, Gabrielle, Alicia, Carmdal, Sushi Senpai, Cozy Cobra, Gazelle, Maddie, Victoria, Queen Lydia, Dexter, Chairshot Cat, That Weird Person, Shirley, Salty, Cammy, Klaus, Cersei, Kacha, Nino, Donovan, Nicole, Sayla, Nathan, Casey, Liam, Pierre, Glitchy Glam, Autumn, Soapy, Morgan, Jordan, Zach, Nandy, Jess, Alexander, Reen, Max, Ricky, Jake, Amario, Jamie, Jesse, Mate, Jalil, Melissa, Teddy, Sebastian, Ann Van, Crystal, Soul, Jacob, Rosa, Aslin, Jordan, Cool Gal, Nan, Bobo, Lucas, Maria, Alex, Mads, Vivisha, Karen, Bree, Jackie, Sammy, Alexander, Erica, Julie vs. Jell, JD, Jacob T, Sarah, Melissa, Christine, Uga, James, Valerie, Julia, Oliver, Sam, Michael, Mr. Nobody, Jamie, Harper, Caitlin, Velasca, Ethan, Miko, Emma, Sam, J.R. Finway, Melanie, Brenda, Nate, Becky, Courtney, Mel, Ted, Axel, Diego, Santina Moore, The Winter Times, Janny, Zach, Dominic, Wendy, Ash, Valario, Zachary, David, Kage, Darren, Jean, Nathaniel, Karen, Christian, Rob, Danny Girl, Marcus, Omar, Randy, Kueller, Dwayne, Logan, Sarah, Alex, Seb, Samuel, Jaden, Viliana, Joshua, Lima, Barbara, Laramia, Oliver, Villy, Ignorance, Reno, Academy BTS, America, Heidi, Jasmine, Codpier, Mel, Madeline, David, Power, Matthew, Haley, Chelsea, Estrella, Axel, Latuntre, Cade, Erica, Nina, Rafiki, X, Toby, Andrew, Demetrius, Tiffers, Genevieve, Rip, Maurice, Dismitri, Aldebaran, Tor, Nick, HBK, iTaco, CD, Eric, The Dingo, Lit King, Koala Banana, Chat Mocha, Chris, Sealor, Treya, Matt K, Ito, Emily, Joseph, Flash, Theo, Paige, Alexander, Ingrid, Chase, Enid, Larissa, Joe, Alan, Danielle, Riley, Smegs, Bianca, Indra, Joshua, KL, Ash, Malik, Muda, Wambly Burger, Endless Chi, Robert, Paul, Abby, Daryl, Hobbs, Clef, Eric, Danny, Michael, David, Ria, Kiera, Nof, Felix, and Sunchi. Thank you all so much, everyone. Take care.